We are live. We are live. We are live. So come on in. You know who you are. Come on in. Say hello. Tell us where you are joining us from. And of course, if you are looking at I don't know why I always try to read without my glasses, but this is when you know I'm 60. I got to put them glasses on. um, so let us know where you're joining us from, right? What city, what state, what country, and say if your name says Facebook user, because sometimes it does, tell us who you are. Someone said, hey, y'all. So come on in. And then Ashley says, hey, this is Ashley from Brooklyn. I don't know
Hi,
why.
Ashley.
You have to approve, for Stream Live, and sometimes it does say that. But yeah, so come on in. Valerie's here from Wilmington, Delaware. If you've joined us before, you guys, you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? You're supposed to go ahead and tell us what your win is. How did you seize your day today? How did you win today? If you came in a little earlier, you heard us having some girl talk about makeup, and this is life.
Yes.
Right? This is life. We're like, oh no, let me go put some. Let me go fix my hair. Ani from Delaware. I gotta give y'all a joke. So it's not really a joke, but so I had locks put in my hair last. So if you saw me yesterday, you saw me with the locks all the way down here, right?
Yeah.
My son, I had them in for 1 week. I made it 1 week. By last night, I was like, I just can't. So my win for today is that I had that stuff. I called the aunt and she was just cutting them out. I said, please take them out. I was so hot. Oh, thank you. Said y'all look great. So tell me who said y'all look great, because I don't know the name. Juliet saying hi from Delaware. Let's see who else is coming in. Yes. Yep. Hello. I'm so super excited you guys are here. So no matter where you are in the world, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whenever you're going to join. If you're looking at the replay, make sure that you type in where you are from. So super excited that everyone is here and that you are joining us tonight for what I like to say, juicy conversation, or let's even courageous, right? Courageous conversations, because sometimes we feel as if we can't have these type of conversations. And I'm all about, as I like to put it, faking the funk, right? Let's get out there, let's be authentic, let's do some transparency so we can help somebody as we are helping ourselves. We are here to uplift each other, to pull each other up, to support each other, right? Right. And we can't do that if we're not being real.
That's right.
Not. So our conversation about putting on makeup, that's some real stuff right there. That's real. We got to do it. Right. And so this conversation, so I'm excited. Before we get started, you guys go ahead and tell me, how was your day today? Mine was, listen, I took my, how you say rocks? I don't even know how to say right. I took rocks. Yeah, full lock. I took them all out. Now I'm going to get them again, but it's going to have to be short. I have to do a reality check, okay?
I know the feeling.
It is way too hot, okay? Way too hot.
I know that's right.
Listen, Juliet, that's so true. Listen, I tried to, but yesterday for church, I put it up and, it's like, oh, okay. About 10:30 at night, I was calling, Auntie, okay, what can we do here? Amen. And as women, we know what we need to do afterwards, right? We know how to work it out, right? We know how to do it. Can y'all see me? Hello. So from Maryland. Did I say
Hey,
right?
Miss T.
Hi, Tarita.
Yeah, so glad that you guys are here. So type in, how did you win? Ladies, tell me, how did you win your day real quick before we get started? Go ahead. Anybody jump in. Yeah, go ahead.
So I had a win today because I was actually able to clean my house.
Woo!
Which it was needed. It was looking scary up in here. It was looking like a jungle. And I don't know, it looked like we needed a zookeeper in here. So I got a chance to clean the house and prepare a nice dinner for the family, and still put a little concealer on to be on here tonight.
Man, listen.
Some concealer.
Y'all, doesn't her hair look fly? She's got the Beyonce look. That's right. The Beyonce, you gotta whip. No, you gotta do that, right? The
She get it
Beyonce.
from her mama.
Yeah, she get it from. That's right.
That's right.
Get it. That's right. That's right. So, okay. So, Chef says my win for today was organizing my kitchen after a long working weekend. Yay!
Woo.
That's right. That's right. Angie says, "Hey, y'all. Hey." So good. Yep. Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
my sister right there.
Yeah. So, what was your win, Lanita? What was your win?
So honestly, guys, so I drove back from South Carolina on I left 10:30 Saturday night, and I got
Yeah.
at 9:45 Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So my win for today, I had to work today. So my win was I got up, I went to work,
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
but I had a handbook. A student handbook had to be finished. I had another deadline was today, so thank God I did actually end up going into work, and then I got it done. It is finished. I sent it off to the printer, to the copy center. So I got up. I got a huge task accomplished. So that was my win for today.
That's
Wow.
That's why my voice sounds like this, because whenever I get tired, my voice just kind of goes. So
Oh my goodness.
Anita is a principal, so she's got to do it. Juliet said she walked 2 miles. Yay, that's awesome.
yeah, awesome.
Ooh, that's good.
I got up early this morning and walked. Woohoo! Yeah.
Wow.
Listen. Valerie said her win for today is she did absolutely nothing. I am refreshed and rejuvenated.
Good for
That's
you.
also a win. Yes,
That's
it
amazing.
Yes, that's a huge win.
That's
all
amazing.
you guys that have your wins for today. I didn't see Ashley. Ashley always has one. You got to pat yourself on the back and celebrate yourself and say, woohoo, good job, good job.
Right, right.
Yeah. Listen, you guys know that celebration is so important to your success. Every step of the way, you have to celebrate what you're doing. So
Absolutely.
I'm super excited because we're about to go into conversation, juicy, courageous, forward-moving conversations. And so I kind of want to start out a little because today I had a wonderful conversation with a friend of mine that we've met met virtually, and we're in these classes together, and it's so wonderful. She's out of South Carolina. She is a broker there, and she is like she owns her own brokerage, right? And she has her multi-million-dollar company, right? But I love it because she reached out to me and we just began to talk, and it was such a safe space, and we began to talk about our stories, and it was so empowering for me that I realized that I wasn't alone, and there were other people out there that's just like me, other people out there that have gone through some things. It might not be the exact same thing as what I went through, but some of it are similar when you're talking about self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, feeling good about who you are. Recognize when you're dealing with haters, like Shakira, all my haters, where y'all remember, that's my joke, when they pulled her off of the Olympic team, because she tested positive. And so, and she got up to apologize, and she apologized to all her haters, is how she said it. But, and I just always get so tickled by that, but, but just listen. And so, as we began to talk, and I began to unpack some things. Yeah, this is how I was feeling so many years ago. I remember at the time when I was just sitting in my office, and I just was just tired, and I just knew, and I knew this for months. There was just something missing. I was in pain, and I needed to be healed, and I didn't know where to go get that healing. I did not. And someone can say to me, and I don't care if they say to me, because well, why didn't you go to the church? Because sometimes you don't get the healing that you need in the church. That's why. Sometimes you don't get the healing that you need in the synagogue or in the temple or wherever it is that you may go or worship. Sometimes you don't get it there, right? And so, and I'm always, for especially out in public saying it like this, I'll get what you don't, no, you don't always get it there, And so, yeah. And so here I was, and you know, as I was talking to her, I began to think. I hung up from her, and I was like, wow, what a powerful conversation. Then I sent her a message, and I thanked her. I said, thank you so much for taking the first step to reach out to me, and for us just to laugh and talk together. You
Yes.
know, we just laughed and talked. And I thought, God, you have just blessed me so much to be around powerful women that have gone through, not that they didn't go through, not that they didn't have challenges, not that, you understand, they have gone through some stuff, right? But then they got up and they did what was necessary. They invested in themselves and they knew that they were worth more and there was a better life and they did not have to live. And so you can say, well, okay, well, money is not everything. We all know that. That's a given. Money is not everything, right? But here
Yes.
it is, however, money is there. We're not talking about money here. We're talking about whole life abundance. So we're talking
Come
sure that from the inside. And that's what her and I, we were talking about, you know, how we have evolved inside and even what God's role is really as we do that in our lives. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So, but when we need something, when something is missing, as for me, that it was missing and I needed to find what was missing. And so God began to direct me exactly to where I needed to go and what I needed to do in order to walk on a road where I can be healed on the inside out and I could find my voice again. I could show up for me first, and then I could show up for my husband. I could show up for my children. I could show up in my business. I could show up in my ministry. I could just show up.
Yes.
But the most important part is that I began to rediscover and reconnect to me, finding my voice, going for healing where I needed to be healed. Just y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So doing the necessary things.
Absolutely.
And it was scary at first because I didn't know. I call her, y'all, Chef Mama. I know she's got up on there Chef BC's Cherry, but I call her Chef Mama. Okay, that's Chef
Yes.
Mama. Right? And so just, you know, realizing that I first needed to show up for Esther. And then I need to identify what was wrong because when I went, I just knew something was missing. I just didn't know what I prayed. You know that song, I prayed and cried, prayed and cried. That's what I did. But listen, if I didn't pray and cry and really cry out to God, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am. I love your cup, girl. Show off your cup. Y'all see her? Yes, yes, yes. But you know, if I didn't pray and cry, if I didn't begin to cry out and ask God, then I wouldn't have been directed to go and be on this track that I am right now, which is for emotional and spiritual,
Yes.
psychological healing, whole life abundance. I just really believe that when the woman with the issue of blood touched the hem of God's garment, of Jesus' garment, that he made her whole, and that it had to continue. There was work that had to be done even after that.
Come on. Come on.
I mean, it's a continual work. And so that's what I want to talk about tonight. And I entitled this, Are You Ready? Because you got to be ready to be healed. You got to be ready. Listen, you got to get so down because listen, y'all, we have all kinds of excuses. And all an excuses is an obstacle. That's all it is. It's an obstacle to stop you. We say money is the issue. Job is the issue. This is the issue. But the bottom line is, what I have found out is that when it comes to money, we do and we pay for what we want to pay for, and we save for what we want to save for, and we go negotiate and we go do all kinds of things
That's right.
to get what we want. Okay.
Come on here.
So money is the excuse. That's an obstacle to stop you from getting there. And there's several things. That obstacle comes because sometimes you have a fear. And sometimes you just have to say, look, I'm going to jump. It's, jump. You got to stop playing double dutch, double dutch and jump into the rope and begin to jump, begin to move, right?
Yeah.
So that's the conversation because that's what I have to do. And so what did I do? I did several things. I enrolled in a program I did, and then I went to a retreat.
Come
And when
on.
I went to the retreat, that's what really when things cracked. And when I began to say, this is what, and at that retreat that I went to, that's where the true healing, I mean, the healing began, but that's when I got to the root of some things that put me on the path to where I am right now. When I came back from my retreat, my family saw a difference in me. My husband saw it, my kids saw it, my employees saw it. My friends saw it. People are saying, what's going on with her? Listen, this is the new, I'm living in the best version of Esther. That's what's going on with me. Right? And I'm no longer concerned, what people say or what they think, because I realize what they think or feel about me is really none of my business. And all that is an obstacle
It's
to stop me
irrelevant.
from fulfilling my
That's right.
destiny that God has for me, right? And so whole life abundance is what we're talking about. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about and ask the question to you guys is, are you ready? We do all kinds of stuff. We're super women,
Yes.
We got on the superhero cape, like if we could fly like Wonder Woman on TV, and we make sure everything and everyone is taken care of. Everybody's happy and wealthy. And then in the meantime, we're not doing it for ourselves. We're just not doing it.
Mhm.
And so here it was that I began the retreats. A retreat was something I always wanted to do, Chef, but I didn't know how to do it, Lanita. These ladies. I didn't know how to do it, right? I didn't know how to do it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I didn't, and I said, God, I used to tell the Lord, I knew I had to do a retreat, but I used to tell God, I'm not going to do a retreat just to do it. Because I didn't want my retreat to be like, like I said, it had to bring forth results.
Right.
I wanted to see results. And until I began to look and I went to the retreat that I went to where I saw the results. And then I got a coach
Yes.
to help me process everything.
Yes.
And I knew when God said it was time to do it, I did it. And so, guys, so these ladies here, I'm going to that's my whole long intro as we have this conversation.
Beautiful.
About the retreat that was in March in the Outer Banks, that we have powerful women from 7 different states. They were all on the spectrum in terms of what they did in their profession. They were entrepreneurs, they were doctors, school principals, chef, I mean, just everybody. I could begin to name, but just everybody. And so let's talk about that. So whoever wants to jump in first, introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and just talk a little bit, and we'll just kind of go from there. I guess maybe I should have y'all introduce yourself first, and then we could talk. Is that how you do it? So let's start. I'm gonna start because Brittany's right next to me. Go ahead, Brittany. Introduce yourself first, and tell us about your role at the retreat.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Chef Brittany, and I am CEO, co-owner, and chef de patissiere of Bliss Venue Styling and Catering, which is a prominent catering company and now event venue in the Atlanta area.
Yes. Yes. God work.
Oh, yes. We are a premier catering company. We offer full service catering for every event. And at the Festa della Donna retreat, let me tell you something. I had the privilege and the honor of serving some of the most phenomenal women you would ever come in contact with. And that was my role at the retreat, just to serve the food, to serve the meals that were provided, and to create a culinary experience for the women there.
Yeah, amen. Yeah. Go ahead. Who wants to go next, Lanita or Chef Mama?
I'll go. So, and yes, Chef
Age
Brittany
before
did
beauty.
exactly that. So yes, I am. So you want to go ahead, Chef Mama? Go ahead.
I think she has a little lag.
No. Go ahead, my love.
Okay. So my name is Lanita McIntyre, and um, yes, I attended the retreat, and I too was serving. So while Chef Brittany and Chef Mama were making wonderful meals and serving the meals, I was actually assisting with serving the women that were there, and that is, I so enjoy doing that. And so that's the capacity which I was working in when I was, well, not really working, but while I was there. So in my day job, I actually am a school educator. I work at elementary school. I'm an associate principal. Um, and then I'm also an entrepreneur as well. So I do have a side hustle, a side business where I'm a consultant with Mary Kay. So I do enjoy serving women in that capacity as well. You know, I just really, want to help women feel beautiful on the outside as much as they are on the inside. And so I enjoy doing that at the retreat.
Lanita, facial. Can I tell you, those women, oh my gosh, they just love the facials and the mask and all that good stuff. They ate it up. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Go ahead, Chef Mama. So we call her Chef Mama because
Hi,
Brittany.
everybody. I am Chef BC Cherry.
Yeah, she has a lag.
Affectionately known as Chef Mama. And I am the co-owner and CFO of Bliss Venue Styling and Catering. And also, I am the co-owner of Shea Bliss Event Venue located in one of the most sought after towns here outside of Atlanta, Georgia. My capacity at the Festa Belladonna retreat, well, I came in thinking it was going to be business as usual. And I have you know that it was more than me preparing and cooking and serving food. It was an experience, and my life has not been the same since. I'm so excited about the upcoming event this year, and my life has never been the same.
Yeah, amen. So one of the reasons I wanted them to come on because because of their capacity, because I want people to see that even the people who came to serve really got something out of it. Now, don't get any ideas, y'all. We already have everybody who's serving in the retreat in November, so we don't need any more. Nobody else serving. So, but I just wanted to bring them on because I want to talk about the results. What were some of the results that you got? Some of the things that you got for yourself personally, and what was it worth to you? So anybody could just start talking. Where were you when you came in? Go ahead. And then when you left, what was different? Go ahead, Brittany.
So let me just say, Pastor Esther, that I would definitely have to agree with Chef Mom that we definitely were blown away and knocked off of our feet during this event. We came to serve, and normally, when it comes to different events that we have served at, it's don't be seen, speak when spoken to, stay out of the way, and that is how we prepared ourselves to come in. And not that even Pastor Esther told us to do that, because she told us even when we were meeting and planning, I want you guys to be comfortable and all of these things. She immediately opened her arms to us, but we wanted to remain professional and we wanted to give her the best service possible. So we were like, I told the crew, I said, speak when spoken to, don't, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I had to run the crew down. But when we came in, we were bombarded with love. One thing that I've never experienced before, that I didn't until Festa della Donna, is it's the privacy agreement. where we came in and we had to make sure that we knew that this was a safe space and that we honored the fact that it was a safe space because women were coming from all over the globe to be free. And I said, whoa, just to see how she honored the space and made it comfortable for everyone, anyone, no matter who they were. In the meetings, Pastor Esther let us know, I don't care who the woman is, everyone gets stellar service. Everyone is treated with the spirit of excellence. And so just to see how that was walked out, because we see a lot of people talk, but let me tell you something, Pastor Esther can walk. You hear me? But one thing that, so when I came in, you know, we thought that it was going to be business as usual, as Mom said. But when I tell you, when we left, we've never been the same. The type of connections that we've made, even the things that we were able to hear, you know, even cooking in the kitchen and hearing some of the sessions, my heart was pricked. I was challenged and provoked to be my most authentic self, and realizing that I had a lot of mental barriers and blocks on my mind. And it really challenged me, not only as a woman personally, but also as an entrepreneur. And it really ignited a fire in me. And I think that if you ask anyone that I know personally, they would say that I have not been the same since Festa della Donna retreat.
It's phenomenal because Brittany, first of all, they were professional the entire time. You know, they were there. Their service was excellent. So if you're listening to the replay, you're listening on YouTube, wherever you're listening, if you're ever doing a retreat or an event, so let me give my plug, you need to contact them. And I will have them put their information in Facebook and, you know, on in the chat. Because the service is excellent, right? The service is excellent, and the food is, I mean, just all of it is great. But what Chef Brittany is speaking of is that we have a safe space agreement to where, and although even if they were coming into the room to serve the food, the safe space agreement had to be done with everyone at the retreat. You couldn't just come in to bring a glass of water, and because you could come in to bring a glass of water, and you could hear, a woman could be, you know, talking, anything could be, she could be crying, she could anything, and it was necessary that everybody was in a space where it was safe, that there was no judgment, it was unconditional love, right, and there were no repercussions, right? So everybody had to be in agreement with the safe space. And if you were not in agreement with the safe space, then you could not be in the room at all. We would literally ask you to leave. If you could not agree that you're not going to judge anybody, no matter what comes out. And I joke, I said, listen, somebody could say, listen, this is what I did, but you know, whatever it is.
Yes.
You could not, no judgment, right? And that there were no repercussions. I can't see you somewhere else and bring it up somewhere else. And you know how they have the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Yeah, what happens at the retreat stays there. And then the unconditional love, that we're just going to love you back for life. We're going to love you through all your ugly, through all your beauty. We're just going to love you. But isn't that what God has commanded us to do in the first place?
Yes.
That's what He's commanded us to do. And so, and so that's what she is referring to. And yet, because of the space it was, they were able to hear everything that was going on. And then, y'all, we just pulled them in and had them participate when they weren't, you know, come and participate in this. So they, you know, the interaction was powerful. Lanita, speak a little bit about what your role and how did you feel being there? How did you come? How did you leave? Just casually talk about it.
Sure. So, of course, again, I did not know what to expect. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that because I've been with Pastor Esther for several years. So I knew it was going to be the spirit of excellence, right? And I knew we were there to love on women, as she said. So I knew that much, but just, you know, not knowing the women, you know, not really knowing, you know, exactly what was going to come out of, you know, the retreat, can I help? Can I serve? Can I really help these women to feel comfortable if they're, while, as you said, while they're being set free, right?
Yeah.
And so, but again, once we got there and once we started just again serving, whatever was needed, tissues, a hug, that began to free me. While I do love people and I'm a people person, at first, if I don't know you, I don't want, to make you feel uncomfortable and I'm a little uncomfortable. So it's like, do I hug? Do I, but again, as women just start to open up, that I just wanted to, again, love on them, help them feel comfortable, but not knowing that I would then turn around and be, affected by it. As they say, when someone their cup is full and you get the overflow, that's what I receive. And I believe that those of us that were working there, that we got the overflow, because, we were on the sidelines, if you will, right? Helping them and not really participate in the events, but just as Pastor Esther was talking, of course, I reflected on myself and thinking, wow, this is how this affects me and this is what I'm dealing with. And wow, man, so one of the things that I will say that I walked away with that was huge for me, it may seem simple to some people, but for me, I have a powerful yes and I have a powerful no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was huge that is huge for me because I can say yes all day long, right? Yeah. And not say no and not stand behind my no, not wanting to let other people down. So I don't want to say no.
Yeah.
Right. Wanting to please people. So I wouldn't say no,
Right.
But after there, no, I'm worth the time that I need for me. So if I'm saying no, I'm worth that. Right. Not looking at no as being something that's bad.
Yeah.
So powerful no, that was huge for me. And I am continuing. You talked about, Pastor Esther, about, that double Dutch, like, should we jump in? I say jump in even though you're afraid.
Yeah.
Because as I continue the process, because it's like you said, it's a process that I'm still
never one and done.
Exactly. But I've jumped in and I'm still apprehensive about being in the rope, right? But I'm there and I know it's the work and I have to do the work, but I know what's on the other side of the work, and I didn't realize that I was really ready to do the work until I attended the retreat.
Yeah. I love that because you said you didn't really realize that you were ready to do the work until you attended the retreat, because so many times we don't know. Many times we don't know that we need the rest. We don't know what it's like to say no. And again, given that powerful yes or that powerful no, there are some things that we don't know. And there's areas many times that we're just stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
We're just stuck. Or our belief system that we have has limited us and we don't even realize that it's limited us. Why? Because we've just gone on like this for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
And at the retreat, what it begins to do, it begins to unpack all of that. It begins to unpack where you are present and then where is it where you see yourself. So you walk in, you may see yourself one way, and then when you walk out, you have a totally different perspective of your sense. The lenses on really how you even see the world and how you see you totally has changed, right? It just changes. So it's really phenomenal. So Chef Cherry, Chef Mama, you want to say anything? It's hard for me to call her Chef Cherry, y'all. I just like calling her Chef Mama. Sorry. Yeah.
And I love for you to call me Chef Mama. I'm okay with that. So for me, it was an extraordinary breakthrough on so many levels. I'm a server at heart and I'm a giver. So it was so easy for me to give and serve and give and serve. But what I discovered about myself during serving at the retreat, that I didn't know how to receive.
Yeah.
That's something that changed during my tenure at the retreat.
Yeah.
There were so many women from all different professions that poured into me as they came through the buffet and as we served them. And I had trouble receiving it. They weren't rude, they weren't persnickety, they weren't, it was just being attached to the movement made me a winner, if that makes sense. You've heard the expression, everything attached to me wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything that whole week attached to Festa Belladonna that week, I won every day I was there. Even before the guests arrived, Pastor Esther and her crew, they came in pouring love. And I'm like,
Yes.
well, I'm the employee, you're the client. Let me give, let me serve, and it felt like I was in a foreign land at first because I'm trying to serve. She's offering me something. So there was no way during that process that I can stay the same.
Yeah.
And it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
That's a
Come
whole
on.
nother life.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
divine connection in which that we became
Yeah.
the premier catering company
Yeah.
for this was one thing, but the experience turned into another. We had employees that got delivered from some things they didn't even know. Yolks were broken, wailing was going on, and it was just being in the presence. This was so powerful, and there are no words that I could share that would even explain, depict, or even there's nothing I could say. They have to just get in and experience whenever there's an opening. There's nothing I can say. But for me, I know how to
Yeah.
receive now.
Yeah.
I'm in a position to receive. My
That's
hands have never been like this. They've always been open, but I always have a problem with people loving on me. I like to be the lover, the giver.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes that can be pride as well. I'm
Yeah.
no longer a stranger to
Yeah.
receiving, and I'm not prideful. And I'm so glad to be divinely connected to this movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's powerful because many times, and that's one of the issues is that we are so used to giving that we all have a problem of receiving the love. When the ladies came in, everybody was strangers, just about everyone was strangers. But by the time they left, they were no longer strangers, and we were dancing and laughing and up late, and it was just great. Why? Because of the transformation that takes place because of the inner work that happens to where we just begin to look and address the different areas of our life and do it in a safe space to where we can just be. So if you need relaxation, that's what you get. So if you need to be rejuvenated, you need to redream, you need to reclaim your power, you need to find your voice. What is it that you need? And my question to you tonight, Facebook and Instagram and whoever is seeing this, is are you ready? Are you ready? If you're on right now, are you ready for transformation? And that's something you really have to look and say, am I ready? Do I want to show up? Do I want to live a life? Listen, people are leaving here like it's nothing, right?
Come on.
What's the kind of life that you're living? How are you showing up for yourself? And so the question that I want you to ask yourself says, are you ready? So let's have a conversation some more, just for about 5 more minutes. If you're in the chat, let us know, are you ready? What is it that you're ready for in your life? Type that in. What are you ready for in your life? What is it that you would like to see take place in your life? Go ahead and type it in. What is that move that you want? What is that move? For me, when I went, I was ready to be healed, and I didn't care what I needed to do to be healed. And what I discovered, I had to discover what it was that I needed to be healed from. Right. And so what did I do? I began to unpack. This is what I need to be healed from. I was ready. I was ready. So what are you ready for, that you're saying that no matter what? Listen, this is the are you ready? It becomes a non-negotiable. So Angie said yes, yes, totally woman. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I want you to be very detailed. What is it that you're ready for? What is a non-negotiable for you? What's a non-negotiable for you that you would be ready for? And even you guys, as you're preparing to come back to the retreat in November, Val, if you can post the information, as you're preparing to come back to the retreat in November, what is it, although you're serving, that you are ready for that's a non-negotiable? It's just a non-negotiable. Right? I used to be able to negotiate some things. My powerful yes and my powerful no is no longer a negotiable. It's a powerful yes or a powerful no, and it's a non-negotiable. So now, what's the other non-negotiable? Are you ready for? What are you ready for? So a Facebook user, I'm not sure who this is, to love me and put me first. To love me and
Yes.
put me first. Yes, yes, yes. And Tarita, did I say that? I have learned that if I pray for something, I have to be ready to receive it. I'm walking in my healing. I'm ready to be independent physically and financially. Is it non-negotiable? That's awesome. Powerful. Is it non-negotiable? Because I have to tell you, if you're coming, because the retreat, I'm going to tell you all, the retreat is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. It isn't. But it is for that woman. It is for that woman, regardless of your belief system, your religion, your race, and whatever else. It is for that woman who is ready
Yes.
to access the best version of herself. It's that woman who is ready to be transformed.
Yes.
It's for that woman who says, I am ready to be healed, and it is a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. I am ready to be happy, and it's a non-negotiable. So what is it that you are ready for? What is it? Angie says, no, it's not totally blinded in a good way. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but okay. Explain, Angie. Explain, explain, explain. I have put the link in there for the retreat. I want you to go check out the link, right? Because there are two prices. One is to celebrate, one is to celebrate you. And with the celebrate you, that's where you and your friend come together, right? And the price is split in half. So go ahead and check it out. The retreat is November 1st through the 7th. It is an all-inclusive retreat at a resort in Orlando, Florida. It's a retreat. We have a 28-bedroom mansion. And so you're going to love exactly where we are. It's just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here someone says, if you are ready for a total mental transformation and uproot anything negative, right? That is what it's for. So let's see. So guys, I'm looking at Facebook. So you see me looking down. Latanya said, to love me and put me first. That's Latanya. And Latanya said to
That's Sissy.
yeah, that's her. That's her. Serve to be served. Her staff was superior. She's complimenting all of you guys. Yeah, they did a wonderful, wonderful job. For some reason, also my phone is not showing everybody. I don't know why, but anyway, you guys, I'm not the best technology person, but here it is. So go ahead and type it in chat. What is it that you are ready for, right? What are you ready? And make sure that it's a non-negotiable. Why? Because, as I said, the retreat isn't for everybody. It's not, y'all. I would, and I know it's not for everybody, but it is for that person. It is for that person. It is for that woman who's radically, they're ready to be in radical action.
Amen.
They're ready to be in radical action. Do you guys feel that although that you came to that you came and you served, that when you left, you were ready for radical action?
I was.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you taking some radical
Absolutely.
action steps in your life right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you doing some things right now that you
And
thought
bold about it.
was, yeah?
She said, and bold about it.
And bold about it. Yeah. That you just never thought that you would do, right? Lanita, are you taking some radical actions? And, sometimes you're like nervous. Listen, radical action, by the way, doesn't mean that you're not nervous. I'm taking some radical action right now. And can I tell you, I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
I'm talking to God and I'm, say, okay, God, here we go. Boom, and I do it. And it's like the Shamgar, I do all that I can and I just leave the results to God, but I'm going to do my part because there's a divine calling on my life. Just
Yes.
as there's a divine calling on your life, right? And so, and so you have to be ready to embrace that no matter what it is. So Judy says to show up and show out for my true self. Yeah, non-negotiable.
Yes.
What are you ready for? What are you ready for? That's what I want to know. Ladies, so you got about 2 minutes because I've kept you for 46 minutes, right? Right. And I want to get you off so you could go ahead and get your night ready and I want to go to bed too. And get to your families. And so what else? So really quick, what else are you ready for? Angie said blindsided. Just responding to your comment about it is not for everyone. Exactly. I was totally blindsided, but in a good life-changing way. She was, y'all, because when you come, you don't know, these ladies are coming and they didn't know what to expect. They did not know what to expect. But this is what I love, that what Angie said, it was in a good life-changing way. And that's it right there. Because when I even went to my retreat, y'all, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, whoa, whoa. And then I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this was in me.
Ooh,
I didn't know I felt this way.
yes.
I didn't know that this area right here needed to be healed so I could touch this area over here and I could connect. I didn't know that this part right here needed to be healed so I could move here. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? And so, yeah, I love it, Angie, because she said it's in a life-changing way. What are you ready for? And is it non-negotiable? And are you ready? Are you ready to invest in yourself to get to where you need to be? Right? So as we close, real quick, and we go around and y'all have any last words you want to say before we close? It's almost like being in church. What's the last word?
I would just say,
Less than 60 seconds.
I would just say, if you're ready to become unstuck, and you're worth it.
Yeah.
Right? You have to invest in yourself. If you're really ready to become unstuck, and wherever you are in your business, in your personal life, and just how you feel about yourself personally, be ready to, like someone said, love yourself and do things, for you. We have to get unstuck, and this is a place where you begin that journey. And it may not feel good when you're in the midst of it, but man, looking what is on the other side, of having to do the work, to become unstuck. But if you're ready to become unstuck, I say invest in yourself because it's worth it.
And jump, right? And jump.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Brittany or Chef Mama, which one wants to go?
I'll go. I just want to say that in that environment, at the retreat, complacency cannot thrive. Inauthenticity cannot flourish. And so what I would say is, don't come there talking about you ready for change, but you have complacency laying in the bed with you, because you will be identified, you will be exposed, and you will be provoked to change and transform. So just make sure that it's not just lip service, but that you are ready to embark on a better you, the possibility journey, right?
Yeah.
Be ready for the possibility journey. And what I love about Pastor Esther is that she has shown me a lot about myself. And what I know right now is that I'm ready to walk in the totality of my God given power.
Yeah.
And what is non negotiable for me is making myself small in a room when God has called me to be larger than life.
To shine your light, to shine. That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Stop
Yes.
dimming your light and shining it,
Yes.
knowing that you don't have nothing to protect, no, nothing to pretend, to protect, to hide, nothing. Just be you. Just be you. Yeah, powerful. Chef Sherry, Chef Mama, you hear?
Yes, yes. So for me, and I'll keep it light since we only have a few Baptist church seconds to do it. But no, seriously though, um, for me, it's the pouring and impartation that I received, um, knowing even the more that I matter, I count. There's a place specially carved out just for me.
Yeah.
I am God's chosen. He has many children, but He has a special plan for me. And I came depleted because I am a mother to many. I pour into many,
But she only got one
but
child.
I left.
Let it be known.
I left.
Known. That's right.
I left full. My tank was full. My heart was full. And I left with more family members, which is so amazing that I've had an opportunity to commune with, do business with, and speak to ever since then. My life has never been the same. My life has been boosted like the spaceship. I'm in the stratosphere. And it's
All
just
right.
amazing how God moved and nothing catches him by surprise.
Yes.
Nothing catches him by surprise. So that connection, that retreat, and the women there have forever changed me, the way I look on outlook on life, the way that I believe my father loves me even the more, and that I don't have to always be the one to make it okay. Somebody can make it okay for me. I don't have to make it happen and fix it. Jesus don't need a co-owner. So my life is forever changed knowing that I can receive, and it's all good. I'm excited.
Oh, Pastor Esther, can I just mention one thing that really stood out to me? I'll make it
Go
super
ahead.
quick.
Go ahead.
You literally broke through all types of stereotypes during this retreat, even the soiree. There is such a stereotype and a negative stigma that women, especially women of color, cannot come together in a genuine,
Come
loving,
on.
and authentic way.
Yeah.
And this retreat, even the soiree, proved that women from all types of backgrounds, ethnicities, color can come together and love on one another without hating on each other, without prejudice, without backbiting, gossiping. There was no tension in the room. There was no competition there. There was nothing where I felt like I couldn't be my truest self. You literally created a space that broke through all types of negative stigmas and negative stereotypes.
Yeah, yeah. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Because that's the goal. Because you know what? We live in one world, and God requires us to love each other despite, you know, but and he also requires us to love ourselves. As a matter of fact, doesn't he say love yourself?
Yes.
Your neighbor as you love yourself. Is that what
Yes.
it's?
Mhm.
Yes.
All the scholars. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope that those who are listening in social media land will connect and they would register. If you haven't registered, I have to give the plug for it because this is what I'm called to do. Register for that retreat and come and experience something like never before. Invest in yourself financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, its whole life. Invest all of it in yourself and make sure that you are well taken care of. Judy says, "Amen, true." And I have to tell y'all. So, Angie, I don't think I've ever said it. Angie and Latanya was who introduced me to Bliss Catering. Man,
Yes.
what divine! When you know that when you're really walking in what God has called you to do, and there's divine connection, that's what He's going to do. That's what He's just been doing for the past couple of years in my life. Just my conversation today with my friend from my class, it's a divine connection. Just the lady that was on our possibility journey, not the lady, my friend, on our possibility journey, divine connection, guys. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And it's wonderful because as He brings them to me, I bring them to you. Why? Because God wants us to prosper, and He's got people out there that can teach us and show us and help us, right?
Yes.
And all of us, by the way, have it. Lanita's got it. Brittany's got it. Chef Mama's got it. We all have it in us to help support each other to get there. So you've got people that you're going to help and that you are helping to get to that next level as you live your best life, as you transform, as you, right, begin to do the work on yourself, right? So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and love on them in Facebook and in chat and tell them, bye and good night as we prepare to sign off. We were on really long tonight, but wasn't this a good, juicy conversation, right? So go ahead, love them, tell them thank you. They're already doing it. Judy says, Chef Mama and Chef Brittany, love you guys.
Love.
Uh, I love for you to attend the retreat. That's what Angie's saying, period. Tarita said, thank you, ladies, for your time. Have a blessed night. So we love you guys.
Love
Take
you, Miss T.
Guys, thanks so much.